Let me state again that for us at NIPS, we cannot implement, but we do the work of thinking. We think for the government and we submit recommendations saying this has not worked so far because of so and so reasons. Let us change the gear. If you are driving a vehicle along a path and it's not moving as far as you want it to move or moving in the manner in which you want it, you can change. You select your gear and change it. Mining in Nigeria as it is, it's not on auto run. If it were on auto run, you don't need to change the gear. But right now, it's not on auto run. That is why we are saying, let's bring critical stakeholders. Who are the critical stakeholders? He mentioned them. The federal government is a critical stakeholder. The state is a critical stakeholder. The local government are critical stakeholders. The communities, they think all of these four levels, they think differently. Those are all critical stakeholders. Now, that is on the governance side. Now, on the science or the technical side of it, we need to say miners, who are those who have the right to mine? Now, there are two types, those who have the technical know-how and those who have the money. As it is those who have the money that are getting the licenses. So who should be offered a license? Is it should be based on the money, or what are the basis on which you should be given a license? Now, before you are sent to any state to mine, do we have a central way of knowing exactly what is currently existing in that particular place? There should be a national database. There should be all of these covered by geographical information systems telling us what is where currently. I was giving you a side talk the other time that I got approval from Ogun State government to do an estate, a residential estate. And after we had spent so much money, another company came to say they have mining right over where we had started building an estate. How did that come to be that Ogun State government then was not aware that the federal government had issued a license over that same area? Look at the loss it caused those of us who invested in that estate at that time. Should we leave this at the behest of only the federal government, when the federal government may not even have do not control the land? So all these holders are going to come. Okay, they will tell us, we have gone into the field, this is what we have found. We have operated the policies, these are the problems. There is no policy that is cast in gold. Yeah, you might have been part of a group that formed a policy thinking that that policy will work. But most policies don't work because the implementation strategy is always faulty. And once it is faulty, policies will not work. A lot of people talk about policy somersault, policy somersault. It is always due to the fact that we do not accompany our policies with implementation strategies. And that is one of the things NIPS always advocates for. That once the implementation strategy for any policy is not positive, that policy cannot work. So we have said that any policy that cannot have an implementable strategy should not be called a policy. And don't forget, policy is still under the law.